Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Glad to see you, sort of, through the screen. I so would much rather have you here in person at Vestal. But today I have a story that I think is really good timing for what's going on across our city, which is, of course, the PPS strike and teachers' strike. I want to just put in context for Vestal students that a strike is a way of taking a local action. And we talk a lot about Vestal, about taking local actions and when to stand up and say something or do something if you feel like things aren't quite right. And really, that's what our teachers are doing right now. They are using their voice, and their voice matters, just like your voice matters. And they are peacefully protesting, which is one other way to define a strike. So this book is called "Say Something," and I think you'll realize as I read it, kind of how it goes with a teacher strike. Maybe as you're listening, you can make some connections to how this book connects with teachers being on strike right now and kids being out of school. This says, Say Something by Peter Hamilton Reynolds. The world needs your voice. Mine? Yes, yours. Go ahead. It doesn't need to be perfect as long as it comes from your heart. Sorry, I'm having a hard time figuring out where to hold this book. You don't have to be loud. Powerful words can happen in a whisper. You can say something so many ways with words, with action, with creativity. Think about it, you guys at Vestal, you have made signs, you have written letters, you have walked. When we take a march, you are walking as a way to show what you feel. And then so often, your creativity and your artwork speaks for you. So that's another way you can show and say something. If you see someone who's lonely, you can say something by just being there for them. If you see an empty canvas, say something with your brush. Again, I've seen lots of you use art as a way to express yourselves. If you see an empty lot, say something by planting a seed and watching it bloom. Now, I know many of you have seen our garden at Vestal. Guess what? That garden did not used to be there. It used to just be cement. And some kids and families decided, wait a minute, we want to dig that up and plant a garden. And they did. And it took a long time, but we all get to benefit from it and get to see it every day. If you see someone being hurt, you need to say something by being brave. And it might just be, hey, stop it. I know some of you have been practicing this, especially at recess, and it is hard to do, but it means a lot. If you see something beautiful, say something with a poem. So sometimes you might see something you really love and enjoy, and you want to capture that in a poem or a story or a card. If you have a brilliant idea, say something with confidence. This person looks like they just discovered something and are saying, Eureka! I just figured something out. If you want to show the world who you are, say something with style. Ta-da! If you are angry, say something to help people understand. This girl says, you made me feel invisible and that really hurt. And this person says, I'm really sorry. So sometimes just using your words helps us understand. If you see an injustice, say something peacefully. And this person, he's saying something by holding a sign. No more hurting people. Peace. And you can inspire others to do the same. Take a close look. Look at all of those signs. Those could be used to hang in your window or to go on a march or to come stand next to a teacher and say, hey, I'm right with you. Sometimes you'll say something and no one will be listening, but keep saying what's in your heart. You will always find someone who will listen. Keep saying it. You may be surprised to find the whole world listening. If you are grateful for being alive, quietly say something to the stars, to the universe. Some people find it easier to say things than others. Here's a bunch of people, some of them starting with, I imagine, I'm ready to change the world. Together we can. I wish, I believe. Join us, I hope. But everyone, even if you're on the quiet side and you don't love speaking out loudly, you have something to say and we all need to hear it. So, when you are ready, say something. Your voice can inspire, heal, and transform. Your voice can change the world. Are you ready to say something? And that is the author asking, Peter Hamilton Reynolds saying, are you ready to say something? So again, I want you to think about our teachers who are out holding signs and picketing or walking walking around different parts of the city or even right outside of Vestal holding their signs. They are saying something. Some of them are actually saying something out loud. You may hear that if you see them drive by. And some of them are saying something simply by holding a sign. It is a big, big thing to be out of school for this long. And that is another really powerful way of saying something. It's making an impact for sure. And we hope, I hope, and I believe that a compromise will be made and voices will be heard, and then we will come back to school. All right. Really miss you guys and hope we're back at school really soon.